Good morning to you. Thank you for making time to join us on Life and Style, coming to you from 4 Points by Sheraton here in Hurlingham. My name is Catherine Mwangi. This is Books and Blogs. Today, for the first time ever on this show, that's about 2.5 years, we're going to be discussing the diary of a divorced woman. Okay, so it's like Talk to Pastor Chris or Ask Pastor Chris or Relationships Wednesday meets Books and Blogs. Yes, it's all relationships. The author of this book is on this panel today. Her name is Zippy Okoth, and you know her because you have seen her on the first of its kind reality show in Kenya on our channel, Miss President, as a judge. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I hope you're not judging us today. Today it's about you. You may try. Today it's about the limelight is on you with your book, Oops, Zippy.
Yes.
I like the title. And also on the panel, we have this young girl. She's 28. Her name is Doreen Kamala.
Yes.
Yes. And she's an author as well. She's authored My Life Before 25. I think that's the title.
Yes.
And Toxic Relationships. So you're kind of seeing where this is going. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And we also have Miss Chetna, who recently celebrated 35 years of her marriage. Hats off, lines off,
Yes.
you know, all of those things off. 35 years of marriage to one man.
Yes.
Oh my.
Only one.
One man. Faithfully, okay, and again, relationships, so you will get to understand why she's there. Besides being a wife and a mother, Chetna is also involved in an organization that supplies or distributes or gives porridge to needy communities around Kenya.
Correct.
And you're also a lover of cooking.
It's my passion.
It's your passion. And she will be inviting us to her home
Very soon.
very soon. What will you be making for us? I love to.
Oh, only vegetarian and healthy food.
Oh, vegetarian and healthy food. We are looking forward.
Most welcome. It's done next, definitely.
And congratulations on your 35 years.
Thank you so much.
What's your secret? How do you get to 35?
I think I would give credit to both husband and wife,
Yes.
and definitely the family. Not my own family, but my extended family as
Oh,
well.
the
We are-
in-laws.
We are 20 people in a family.
Okay.
And we all live together happily, and that's the secret, I guess.
Wow. You will be telling us how that works.
Yeah, 24 is
20
I'll
people
introduce you to each and every one of my family.
when we visit. Okay,
Definitely.
okay. So Zippy's book, which is a diary of a divorced woman, takes us through her life. First, congratulations. It's a bold book, and it's bold. I mean, you're fearless. There's nothing you have not written here. Nothing whatsoever. And you take us through from high school into your first relationship. And so tell us why, you know, when reading this book, you're like, oh yeah, I know Zippy. Oh, I know Zippy. She's that musician. You know, you've been in the entertainment industry, into the arts, very well respected at Kenyatta University. And now, you know, you're on screen doing your show with Miss President. Now you're an author. And there's this thing underlying here that you've been going through and no one knew until this book. So tell us the story of Mr. Ricky. You met Ricky. You didn't even like him when you met him.
I didn't like him as much
Yeah.
when I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you ended up with him.
Yeah, because you know they keep telling us that the man who's very persistent is the one. Yeah, because you know these ones who just come and hit on you and then they disappear.
Yes.
Maybe it's not the, but he was quite persistent.
Yes.
And I think I liked that.
Yes.
It kind of turned me on, and then he is very intelligent.
Yes.
Yeah, he's an engineer. He's traveled and he was very good with gifts.
Yeah.
And
He was a giver.
girl, he was a giver.
Uh-huh.
Gifts and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, he was good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I think I was drawn away so that it clouded my mind on all the other things that I had started noticing at the dating stage,
Yes.
because I got my first slap during the dating stage.
Imagine that. How
Yeah.
long had you been dating before the first love came?
Less than a year.
Less than a year.
Yes.
Okay.
Less than a year, and I got my first slap.
And what brought it about? Why did he slap you?
The reason he slapped, which is very clear in the book, we'd gone out and then he left me with his cousin in the club. saying he's going to check on something. Then his cousin started saying that he wants to leave. So I call Ricky and I tell him that your cousin wants to leave. But when Ricky comes, his cousin suddenly decides that he's not in a hurry to go. I'm just thinking maybe my company was boring to him. So Ricky got angry with me that I had lied. You know, he said that I had lied that his cousin wanted to leave. And so he slapped.
Just for that reason?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like perhaps whatever, I don't know, whatever he had gone to do on the other side must have been very exciting. So that's that. When I called him to come because his cousin wants to leave, it might have cut the fun, and so that was not good.
So he slapped you in less than a year of dating?
Yes, and the following day he took me for dinner and said sorry and bought me chocolates, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right back in there, like the slap never happened.
Mm-hmm.
Is that story familiar to you, Doreen?
Oh, yes, it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you like to share?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can't say that. Well, he's done a lot of things, but it wasn't a slap. It was more of like a push.
Like you were
Yeah,
pushed.
like a push. Yeah. And I hit, like, you know, it was like we argued in the house. So he pushed me and I fell and I hit myself, like, you know, on the bathroom.
Yeah.
Over here. Yeah, so I fell. But, you know, he's like, it's your fault, you know, like, there's no, like, I wake up.
No, he
No.
didn't help you. Oh my
No,
gosh,
no, no, no,
nothing.
No, he walked away. Like, it was the house, so he went to the, because at that time we were staying together.
Yes.
We had just started staying together, and that was our first fight.
And how long in the relationship were you in?
Well, I can't remember really,
Yeah.
but maybe it wasn't even more than a year.
It wasn't, so you, within a year as well, you
Yeah.
went through that violence, physical violence.
Yeah, and that, it just picked up day by day, and as you know, it's always your fault.
Yeah.
It was your fault. You provoked me. That's
Yes.
yeah.
Wow. So assuming these were your daughters.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. And I'm sure domestic violence, it's never acceptable. It should never acceptable. And especially today's girls, we are all educated, career oriented, working in such a big companies or wherever you are working. I mean, look at her. She's so pretty, so beautiful. Look at her. She's so energetic, so fearless. And why would you suffer from this? You should never, definitely. Even my daughters, I've got two daughters. One is 33 years old and another one is 30 years. The elder one is happily married, going to be a mother soon. So I'm going to be a grandmother soon. And both of them are in medical professions and working so nicely, independent on their own. But yes, this is never acceptable.
Yeah. Well, that was just a slap. You haven't had anything else that happened in this book. That was nothing. That slap was nothing. But after being given the gift, you were swooned back in. You're like, okay, it's fine, I understand. How old were you, by the way, at that time? Were you below 30?
Of course.
You were under 30?
We were under 30. The first, when I met Ricky when, in 2006, I was 23.
Yes.
Yeah, we got married in 2008. I was 25 then. Yes. And everything happened, and by the time I was 30, I left.
Yes.
I tell people, get married early so that in case of anything, you can leave when you're still young enough.
Oh my goodness, Zippy, the accounts in this book happened before you got to 30?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It didn't even hit me. You don't say that here. I don't think you say it.
I say it. I was 25.
What?
Yeah.
Hey.
So I actually left at 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So one slap birthed a second slap?
Yeah, then we got married in
Yes.
2008 at
Yeah.
Sharia House and all. And then we started living together. And then the emotional abuse started, and besides the physical abuse, because we really struggled to have a baby.
Yes.
Yeah, so we struggled to have a baby, and later on we discovered I had blocked fallopian tubes. And in this struggle for a baby, I was told everything any woman in this time and age can be told. You know, things like, oh, you'd aborted, that's why your womb is broken, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I couldn't understand. So I called my mom with all this because I was like, how am I being told all this? So when I told my mom, she took me to a doctor, Dr. Joang, who did for me surgery because in Nairobi it was quite expensive,
Yes.
so I did that in Homa Bay. And then we came back. Now after the baby, I thought the baby would now make this marriage
Bring you
better.
together.
Better, correct.
But
yeah.
now the coming of the baby made things harder. Because now here I had a baby, and I think he also still wanted to have his fun. And I also wanted to have fun.
Yes. And you say that he wasn't there for the birth of the baby.
No, he was the first baby.
Yes, the
He was abroad. He was at a moment where he could have taken even that 1 week leave because he could afford a flight anytime. He always said anytime he missed me, he could come. I could just take a flight and come in. But for the birth of the baby, he didn't. He said he'll come when the baby is big enough to be held. But then again, what traumatized me is the bill. When the bill for the baby came about, which was around 180 something, at Aga Khan Hospital, I had a CS. KU covered 150,000. The guy, when I told him to top up the rest, he said I had gotten a private doctor, and so that is what was making my bill to shoot. And I could have gotten a resident doctor, it could have been less. He complained and complained, and I gave my brother my ATM card to go and withdraw the cash.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
He said he will
yeah.
send, But I mean, you will send today, and tomorrow I'm getting discharged. By 2 p.m. you've not sent.
And
I mean, we have to get out of the
What is
hospital.
true, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, we did that. We moved on. He came, he had the baby. And before the baby was 3 months, I was hit again, by the way.
You forgave him.
Oh, we always forgive. I mean, we are told women must forgive. Yeah, so it's...
yeah, I
feel
think
like- yeah.
to forgive it's a good thing that you forgive and forget and move ahead, but not every time. And at the same time, it should be both the ways. It should be both the ways that yes, your man is with you whenever you are in need. Yeah, and to let go is good thing. Yeah, sometimes you have to let go. Yeah, some things you are not happy, some things you are not convinced, but still, at the end of the day, if you think that your husband, your man is with you, then you can fight with any battle. You can come out with any battle. But I don't agree with, I mean, I don't accept this, that the hospital bill or the time of the baby's born, your partner is not with you, your husband is not with you. That's really, really sad time.
Yeah.
Really
True.
sad thing, yeah.
So even with that, Zippy, you still, nothing in you was saying, am I in the right relationship? It's okay, he's in Germany, maybe he's busy.
Maybe he's busy.
What was going through your mind at that
He's
time?
making life better for the two of us.
Oh.
It had to be that.
Yeah,
It had to be something.
He's there for our good.
Wow.
Yes.
The things we tell ourselves to justify.
And he calls every day, not every day. He used to call every time,
Yeah.
not every day, like 3-4 times a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the evening we were supposed to have a video call. Meaning if I'm not at home for the video call,
It's a problem.
yeah, I think by that time our phones were
Yeah.
not good enough. So the Skype had to be done on the
Yeah.
computer. So you need to be at home to have the video call. And that would be another whole tantrum. So the physical abuse was whenever he was around, which was most times every 3 months. But even when he was away, I was so scared.
You're in fear.
I couldn't even go out. He is a musician and let me say, a former musician and an actress, because he told me I had to stop singing because it's making
Yes,
men
you were
hug
so
me
good.
and all that. Yeah, I was in the spotlight of
Yes,
Kenya music.
yes.
Same album where Sauti Sol and all
Yes,
are in. Yes, and so I
Yeah.
had to stop.
Well, I can say I understand because true, you were married, but for me dating, I was working in a hotel at that time, and the fact that you were staying with him, and you know he was staying at home but with his parents, so he would tell me that you're not supposed to be working in a hotel. A lady is not supposed to be working at night. So a mother would always defend the son. So he's like, just quit the job and then I'll hold you down. We're staying together right now. We're not married, we're dating, but here I am saying, okay, fine, I will accept that. So I stopped working my job.
No,
Yeah.
you stopped.
Yeah.
You believed that he would take care of the both of you.
Well, it wasn't even just that. He's just the words, a lady who works at night, and the mom was supporting. The mom was like, you can't be working late at night because the night shift. You're not supposed to be working late at night because that means who is calling you? Who is you know, you're going to take people's numbers, men's, you know how a hotel is, you know, and at the reception, you know how it, you know, it can get. You get to meet different people every day. So I was like, okay, fine. So I just went and resigned. And then I started working because he had a family, it was more of a family business. So I had to go and I started working with him in
their business.
Yeah.
So you left your career path.
Yes, I did.
Onto something to make him happy.
Yeah. But it didn't make him happy.
It did not make him happy.
Yeah, we're still having our little issues. You know? Yeah. And you know, I can't meet like if I want to meet my friends, they have to come to the house, or we have to be together. You know, I can't just go. I can't just go and be with my friends on my own. He had to be there, or I had to wait for him. I can't leave work. Like if I leave work, he'll call the maid. Like, oh, is she at home? Like it was that. And we are dating.
So I think it's I will say it's trust and respect. Those are two important factors of your happy marriage life. If those two are not there, there is no matter of love, no matter of any physical relationship, no matter of any happiness. I think trust and respect. That person should have a very good trust in you, that even if you are working late night or late evenings or place like hotel or something, but if he had a full trust in you and full respect for you, whatever you are doing for your career, you are doing for your day-to-day living, and for your own happiness. Then there should not be this issue. And I would say in our community, especially in Gujarati family, when we have a joint family, we don't go out to work, but at the same time, we have all the liberty and all the independence to be happy, to do something for your own self. And the same thing I've taught to my daughters. Yeah, be independent, be career-oriented, be strong, and stand up for yourself. And that's very important. Yeah, Doreen.
Do you wish you met Chetna?
I wish.
That season of your life?
I think we should have people like Chetna talking to people in campus, because that's the time relationships start. Because by the time you leave this campus and college, you go out there and you know, the society expects after college it's marriage, after marriage it's children, children happily ever after. And so that making choices and knowing your self-worth, I think we need this kind of talks, in school, yes.
So, Zippy. Oops, Zippy.
Oops.
Oops. There's one here I cringed, eh? He hit you, you are carrying your child, you dropped him.
Yes.
He hit you when carrying your child.
Yeah.
And the impact must have been so great because the child just, you dropped the child. Was he not seeing the child in your hands by the time he's deciding to hit you?
I don't know. You know, Ricky always kept saying.
Wait, is Ricky his real name?
No, it's a pseudo.
Okay.
But it's very close.
We were going to look for this Ricky.
Very close.
It's very.
It's very.
Okay.
It's actually a dictionary pseudo for his name.
We will find it.
You will find it.
We will find it. Okay.
Yeah.
So how does a man, he can see holding his baby, and he just continues to batter you?
I don't know what used to happen, because sometimes you could say, oh, it's the devil that got over him, or he's sorry, he doesn't know what got over him. But then also, I also used to give the excuse of, oh, he's in the military, they go through a lot of depression there, maybe he's just stressed.
Wait, I haven't read the book. What does she mean?
Yes, maybe he's just stressed, because a lot of times we are told military men are violent by nature. And actually, when sometimes I tell my story and they say, oh, was he in the military? And they say, like, yeah. Wow. They are like that, you're not alone. So it's a very common thing, I think, with military men.
Maybe in Kenya.
Maybe in Kenya.
I
actually at some point thought we should have dramatherapy at the military center. Because it's not just my story. A lot of military wives in Kenya are going through this.
No.
Yes. Yes. A lot of military wives, and they will not say it because
of course,
these are majors and generals, and they have titles and all, and they have money. So most of the people are told to leave their jobs because you're now a military wife and you start a family business. Luckily for me, I got a job, teaching job at Kenyatta University, which after my first child, he told me to quit. so that I can do the 6-month breastfeeding for the baby. And I said, my job, I don't need to be at work morning to evening. I need to go for classes.
Just classes.
Yes, and then I come back. So at least I thank God for that. I didn't quit.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So thank God for that little
yes.
mercy.
So when he hit the baby, I mean, the house help came and took the baby. The house help stopped trying to tell him, stop doing that. But I mean, he couldn't stop, or he didn't want to stop. So he hit me. I slept in the living room. Yes, and the following day I went to the hospital.
And even at that point, where your baby was injured or hurt, it was still, I'm staying here, I'm fighting for my marriage.
That was the one holiday I can't forget, because that is the one time that he used to come back at home at 4 a.m. in the morning, and he could leave at 11 or noon. Yeah, 11
the
or
baby
noon.
is young, so you can't actually...
Below 3 months,
yeah.
actually.
So you're not in a position to move away from home
No.
or plan anything?
No. I had a baby in June. He came in July and stayed until September. Yes. The first 1 week, anytime he came, was always good.
Yeah, you
The
said it.
first 1 week was always lovely, you
Yes,
know.
yes.
Yeah. Then after 1 week, it's a drinking spree with his friends, and
Yes.
you know, you can ask him for money for things for the house, and he'll say like, I'll be going out in the afternoon, I'll bring them for you. Then he goes and he'll be back at 3, 4 a.m. I think the earliest he can come home is 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And with none of that.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And if you are lucky, they say nowadays, don't touch your man's phone, yeah? I was young and I touched it a lot of times, and I got my beatings for that.
Do you touch your husband's phone?
We have a common password.
You have a common password?
Correct. Both of us can see, use any phone.
Yeah. So, you know, I come from a family where even touching phones is even not a problem. Like, my parents, I come from a family where my parents, I think, I will say they are happily married.
Yes.
For 37, almost like Chetna. And phones are not things you hide.
Yeah.
They are on the table for everyone. So
Yeah.
my phone was always on the table. My phone has
So
never
you
had a
nothing
password.
to hide, yeah.
It has never had a password even up, because I always say if it is stolen, even if I put a password, the person will still take it.
Yeah, I asked the same, because even my phone doesn't have a password.
Yeah.
Like I don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But you had issues as well.
of course, with his phone, of
Yeah.
course, not my phone.
Yeah.
If I touch my phone and go out, who are you talking to? But him, he can do whatever he wants to do with his phone.
Yeah.
Well, at first, it was okay. And then it got to a point, he started now hiding things. But at first, I would touch his phone, he would touch mine. And then it just changed.
Yeah.
At some point,
Yeah.
when maybe he met someone else.
Yeah. And when in this relationship, did you have suspicions of infidelity?
A lot.
A lot.
A lot.
You knew that there's infidelity.
I always kind of had this feeling there was infidelity, and there were I think too many signs that I tried to
Yes,
ignore.
yeah.
Of course, the phone issue, and any time I touched the phone, there was always a message or
war.
a message of I miss you, it was nice having fun. I mean, those kind of messages. And not funnily enough, some of these names were saved as men.
General Madenge.
General
You are
Madenge.
Imagine.
General Madenge. Oh my goodness.
Yes, that was now the last blow.
Ooh.
General Madenge
Yeah.
was a general. I must say she's a general in that field.
Oh my goodness. So you knew, even for you, you knew there was infidelity?
No, at first it wasn't there, but then I think also the family maybe just didn't like me, or maybe the mom just saw something in me. I don't know, you know, there's some people, since I have tattoos, so maybe there's some parents who be like, you know, they don't like,
Yeah.
because they have a piercing. Maybe
Yeah.
at first they were okay with it, maybe then something changed, you
Yeah.
know.
We take a short commercial break now. Don't go too far. We'll be right back with Oops, Zippy.